I want to break down for you how you can make $100,000 or more with an online course. So an online course is where you take your knowledge, your expertise, your skill set. It could be something that you've experienced. So you started to do a few key things that completely transformed your life and you want to help others to do the same thing. You don't need to have a million qualifications to create an online course. You just need to be literally a couple of steps ahead of where the person you want to help is at, and you can be so valuable and so helpful. And courses are fun to create. You can do it from home, doing something you love, making a difference in the world, but you can also make money too. And I want to show you how you can get to your first 100,000 with an online course. Let's break it down. So my number one goal is to help you to make your first 100,000 with an online business. I want to show you how you can do it, how it can be simple, how it can be fun. If you want more help with this, I do have a quiz you can go through. And in the quiz, it's going to really help you to identify where you are at in my 100K framework. And then I'm going to send you a personalized plan of where to get started right now so that you can get to 100,000. I'll leave a link for that. Check it out if you've not already taken the quiz. But for now, how are you going to actually make your first 100,000 with an online course? Let's do some maths to kick it off with. Okay, so you want to make 100,000 with your online course. Let's say you have an online course and you want to sell it for $297. So in order to make 100,000, you then need to sell 337 courses. So you need 337 people to buy that $297 course. Okay, so now we've got those numbers. Let's have a look at how are we going to get those 337 people to buy. Let's take it back to the FEA 100K framework, and we're going to look at the 4 core phases that you need to build out so that you can take people from discovering you to falling in love with you to buying from you, and then you deliver your amazing course, which is just gonna blow them away. So the first is looking at how are you gonna get people to discover you? What are you gonna do to get people to discover you? Now, for me, if I were to create an online course today and I wanted to get selling it, I personally would create ads. Because ads, whether it's Facebook, Instagram ads, but I would create ads because they are a really powerful, fast way to get in front of a lot of people. When I first started FEA, a few months into it, I had nothing to sell, but I started tinkering around with ads because it was a way for me to create brand awareness, create visibility, get people to discover me, see what I was doing. So I actually started to use ads to help me to build my online presence, to help me to build my email list so that when I had something to sell, when I had an online course, when I had my membership, I already had people who were ready and waiting to buy from me, who wanted to take that next step with me. So it was really powerful. I don't think you have to wait until you've got it all perfectly figured out to start running ads. You can take a really small budget and start tinkering around and seeing what works. So in this journey, you want people to discover you. You then want people to really fall in love with you, to like you, to trust you. That's my weird looking heart. You want people to kind of trust you so they want to make a buying decision with you. Then you obviously want to present them with the offer so that they buy from you. So this is the offer stage, and then you're going to deliver your amazing course and you're going to have really happy customers. So this is the journey we're going to be taking people through. Now with ads, you can kind of shortcut this a little bit, because with ads, what I would do is then send them straight to a live workshop or webinar, call it what you want. I like calling them workshops. So then I would run a live workshop, and in that workshop, I would use it as a way for them to kind of shorten the gap. So this workshop would be to nurture them, to get people to know me, to like me, to trust me, and to really connect with what my message is about and what I can offer. So I would run that workshop. On that workshop, I would offer my course, I would sell them my course, and then I would deliver it and help them to have an amazing, happy experience. I would build out an amazing onboarding experience, and we'll go into detail of that in another video. So this is the journey that I would focus on. Now, for me, what I would do is I would look at how can I create some simple ads that can clearly explain my workshop. So how, what videos could I create that could help me to concisely or compellingly explain what my workshop is and why people should sign up for it. And then I would make sure my workshop page had like a really amazing headline for the opt-in, that it had like a really amazing description so that it got people really excited to want to sign up for my free workshop that I was running. And then I would get really bloody good at practicing. With this, with getting to $100,000 with your online course, you just have to become really good at figuring out how to get people to buy from you. And it's just practice. So I would practice the workshop and I would run it over and over and over and over again, getting better and better and better at selling. I once heard someone tell a story about how she got started in this new business and she decided she was going to do a workshop every single week for a year. And she did the workshop regardless of whether people showed up or not. She did it, she practiced. Even if one person or two people showed up, she did it, she practiced, she didn't feel disheartened. And every time she did the webinar, she learned something, she got better. Even when it felt boring and even when she was like, oh my gosh, I've done this workshop so many times, she kept on going and going and going with it until she made her first 100,000 and then her first million and subsequently just made millions and millions with that workshop. If you can figure out how to become amazing at that, you will be able to get to 100,000. You know you will, because you can do it. You can become amazing at anything you put your mind to. Okay, so let's say that you don't want to run ads, you're not in a place you want to run ads, you don't have the budget to run ads. Let's say you're going to tap into the power of social media, the millions and millions of people that are using social media every day, and that's how you want to get discovered. So let's say you're going to actually just focus on Instagram. So you're going to build your following on Instagram. Obviously this takes time. You're going to have to show up consistently to get discovered, and yeah, it's going to take time for you to build that following. But let's say you're going to stick at that, you're going to do it, and you can do that, and you can make something amazing happen. And then let's say in order for people to really connect with you and fall in love with you, you are going to create a freebie that really aligns with your course. So if you take your course and you think about your course and the biggest problem that it solves for people, pull something really simple from that you could turn into a freebie. Maybe it's your top tips that you have, but pulling something from your course that doesn't give the whole course away, but it's just a really powerful freebie that really aligns with what your course delivers. So you create that freebie, and on Instagram, you link to your freebie in your profile. You create posts every now and again, or frequently, that will get people really excited to download your freebie. And so you're going to be building your email list. And with these people who are on your email list, this is how you're going to connect with them, build an amazing relationship with them, nurture them. So you want to create an amazing welcome sequence for them when they join your email list. You want to be sending them weekly emails so they can get to know you, they can connect with you, they get to discover more about what you're about. You need to make it so they get really excited to receive an email from you because your emails are so blooming good. So that is how you're going to start to nurture this relationship, build this relationship, and also reach out to people one-on-one on your email list. Reach out to them, send them a personal email, really connect with them. Once you've done that, then let's say you're going to work on this, and you're going to work on growing your following, you're going to work on building your email list, and you're going to build it, and you're going to build it, and then you're going to actually do a live launch. So let's say you're going to actually run a challenge. So where you think about your course and what your course delivers and the problems it solves, the transformation it gets to people, and think about how could you create a free challenge that could go along with that workshop that gets people excited and gets people resonating with it, so that they then become excited to actually buy your course. So for me, I've hosted so many 3-day or 5-day challenges over the years in a live launch style. For example, with my course Create and Sell, I ran a 5-day challenge which was called the Ideas to Income Challenge, where I taught people how to get out of their own way, get clear on their ideas, so that they could take their idea and turn it into something amazing and create it and sell it. So it was the ideas part that they needed to figure out before then joining my Create and Sell program, where I was going to then teach them, here's how you create it and here's how you sell it. So it made sense it kind of came before the course, the program in itself. So what kind of challenge could you run that could get your audience really, really excited about your course? And you could run a live launch and then obviously then selling your amazing course. For me, I focus on building up my presence online through social media and my email list for 2 years before I really sold anything. And I'm not saying it needs to be 2 years, but I'm just saying in that 2 years that I gave myself, I was able to build an email list of about 18,000 people before I ever launched my membership for the first time. And because I'd had nurtured an email list of 18,000 people, it meant as soon as I opened enrollment for my membership, hundreds of people started signing up right away. It was so powerful. So yes, this is going to be a slightly longer journey, but nonetheless, really it can get you to your goal of making 100,000. And once you've figured out how to make 100,000, honestly, you can then scale that. The key thing here is if you want to make 100,000 from an online course, figuring out what is this journey going to look like, and then getting really good at it, practicing how to get amazing at Instagram, practicing how to get amazing at building your email list, practicing how to get amazing at nurturing your audience so they love receiving your email, so you're constantly getting amazing feedback from them, perfecting your live launch, like learning how can you do amazing live launches, how can you create amazing challenges, and then delivering your amazing course. So making 100,000 from an online course is possible for every single one of us. It's just breaking it down, deciding what you want to do, and then deciding what that journey is going to look like so that you can actually reach your goal. We are here to help. We have a membership, we've got loads of masterclasses and so much support for you if you want more help. And like I said, if you haven't taken the quiz already, definitely take the quiz so that we can send you over a personalized plan on that. But just know that you can do it. You can take your digital course. You can not only have so much impact with it, but you can make so much money too. And I'm so excited to get you there. I'm also going to link to other episodes that we have where we go into more detail on other ways, other important aspects of making your first 100,000 in business. So definitely check those out too. And I'll see you next time for another episode of the She Means Business Show.